so much raving out of your camp about Bryce Young, how he carries himself and how he looks. Give me your first blush ground floor opinion here on that.
Yeah, just excited to get back around him. I think you just never know what's going to happen. Obviously, first overall pick, with all the hype and all that, that there's going to be a lot of potential and there's going to be, he's going to have a lot of talent. But I think he just kind of surprised a lot of guys of how prepared he was for the NFL game. And I think sometimes it's hard in those moments because you're in shorts and a T-shirt, right? So you don't want to get too excited about whether that's your team or individually. You don't want to get too excited, in the summer because it's a different game when you put pads on. But at the same time, the way that he moves in the pocket, the way that he adjusts and can get the ball out on time and accurate, and he can make adjustments and things like that, it's impressive. And, again, it gets you excited to get back working together and to really try to start gaining ground. And you just need those reps. I don't care who you are, how talented you are, you just got to have those reps. And those, more reps you get, the more confidence you get. And he's a confident guy, which is exciting to be around.
You got a moment where you sat there, whether it was in the huddle or you're out there running a route or even in the locker room or whatever, where you thought to yourself, okay, this guy gets it. You got a good one for me on that, Adam?
I mean, I think the first moment that sticks out to me is you're watching the film after practice, and you see, obviously in practice as a receiver, you're running your routes, you're trying to get open, you're focused on that, and all you really see is the last, very little bit of the ball, maybe halfway there or a quarter of the way on the way to you. So you don't really see what a quarterback's doing, which is something I love on the day after a game in the NFL season, is you get to go and you actually get to see what these quarterbacks go through to try to find a way to get you the football. Well, I say that to say we're watching film, and, in practice I knew he made a good throw and we completed it and it was a big play, all that. But then you look at the way that he moves in the pocket and the way that he just very comfortably and confidently, and how easy it was for him to just, basically, manipulate the defensive players and the D linemen to make it a little easier on the O linemen, and then kind of move, and at the same time not taking too much time that in a real game is a sack or a fumble, things like that, to be able to get it out on time and accurate. That's the stuff that it's like, wow, okay, this guy's got a chance. And it gets you, again, excited to get back to work with him.
And, the coaching staff there too, Adam. I mean, it's kind of a who's who in many different ways, from obviously your head coach, Frank Reich, Jim Caldwell on the defensive side, Dom Capers, who was the first coach in the history of Carolina, Deuce Staley, who I love. And then you got Josh McCown, who a lot of people rave about. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. How good can this team be? Coaching staff, you've been around the block. You've got you've seen your teammates up close and personal now for a couple months. What do you got for me there, Adam?
Yeah, I've been very blessed to be a part of this. It's a very special group. I had the honor to talk to the team in a group setting, and Frank, Coach Wright, gave me the opportunity to do that. And I kind of just went down the line of how excited I am and why I'm excited, and the talent and the people. Not only do we have as players, but as coaches and within the organization. I've been around a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players in my 10 years, going on 11, and I kind of just reiterated to these guys of this is a special group, and I've been a part of special groups, but this is a special group that has an opportunity now. At the same time, you can do all the talking you want. Everybody's feeling great in July, in June. It's a great feeling in June and July because you have 0 losses and you have 0 wins, and you got a lot of potential. But I just wanted them to know that how excited I am to come to work every day, to be a part of that group, and then challenge them. What kind of sacrifices are you willing to make now that you know how good we could be? what kind of sacrifices are you willing to make? And depending on those sacrifices and the work you put in is what's going to really help us get to those outcomes that we all want to get to, right? Everybody that walks into that building in every single NFL locker room, whether it be a coach, player, staff member, has one goal in mind. So it makes it very difficult to win games in this league and to ultimately win championships. So, you got to have that in the back of your mind. So with all that being said, lots of potential, lots of excitement within the building, outside of the building. But now we got to go out there and prove it every single day.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.